you guys have done that?
So it says that Hessdalen is the only place in the world where there's serious research on this kind of light phenomena.
Yeah, that's what I said in
Yeah,
the car.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
only
It's the
project
yeah.
that doesn't need to be validated from somebody, or doesn't know, oh, they're making money, or it's not
Yeah.
flat earth society.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry for the word, but it's true. And these lights appear for real.
This is a long exposure picture, actually, this one. But
yeah, this is the
it's
most
from
famous.
here.
I have seen it many
It's one
times
of
on
them,
internet.
Yes, yes.
That's amazing.
And here you see the blue ducks, and we're going to pass by it.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is.
So now we have other cameras, and actually the radar on the top doesn't work right now.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but we'd like to get it back. So one day we're going to get it back.
All
So
right then.
these are also some lights here that is seen.
Yes,
Interesting.
I have. I have this opportunity to ask you about your experience, perspective, and secrets that still remain hidden in this remarkable place. And there is very famous Hessdalen, as you showed me yesterday, about these orbs or lights appearing out of nowhere, and no one can explain that. So we just go and start. And
Yes.
so when did you first became interested to the Hessdalen phenomenon? And because I think you're not from here, right?
I'm not from here.
Okay, yeah, I mean
It's-
you're
it's-
Norwegian, but you're from another
the
part of Norway.
southwest part of Norway.
Southwest, okay.
Yeah. But
So-
at the time that I got to know about Hessdalen, I was a student in Oslo.
Okay, so you
Yes.
got to know a very long time ago, and
Basically, when it started in the news,
okay, in
like
the
so many,
80s.
yeah. So in the 80s, I was in Oslo,
okay,
and it was in the news, and I was a student, so I couldn't afford to travel here.
okay,
Busy with my life,
okay,
but it kind of like it was so much in the news that everybody in Norway at the 80s
okay.
got to hear about this. It was in
Literally
radio
everyone.
and TV, and it was in there. It was so much in the news.
Wow, that's astonishing.
Hmm?
So, and that's where you started getting the first interest.
First interest, I would have loved to kind of travel up to Hessdalen, but I didn't have the opportunity to do so. But it was like most people. I mean, many people did.
You wanted to know anyway. If you had a chance to read.
I didn't have to read about it. At the time, we didn't read about it. At the time, it was just in the normal newspaper.
And voice that
newspaper,
gets around the
radio
country.
and TV.
Okay.
Then even the news channels, the normal news channels.
Okay.
So everybody got to know it like that. So if you are my generation,
Okay.
they all know about it. The younger generation doesn't necessarily know that much about it, except, and we may come to that later on, because Erling Strand, who then started the project in '83,
Okay.
and then restarted the same project in '93, 10 years
Okay.
after.
For
He's-
several reasons, I guess.
Well, the reason was basically, at the time, the reason was that he thought it was dead. He thought nobody talked about it anymore. There
Okay.
were no more sighting. But it turned out people still reported, but they didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And when he realized that, he kind of started phase 2 of Project Hessdalen.
Okay.
And then he introduced students. So he brought up students, and they were out here like for a week, and they've seen so many things. And even up to this day, because these student groups that went to experience this
Okay.
was from 95, I guess, or something like that, all the way up to COVID. And it stopped then.
Okay.
So now I'm working in a computer company.
Okay.
So we have, every month we have new employees.
Okay.
So I always get to experience new people just coming out of the university.
Mhm.
And many of them actually tell me that, oh yeah, they have been part of these trips,
Oh.
or they have heard about these trips. So more than almost 1,000 of students have gone through this over the years.
Okay, that's interesting.
So as I said, it's not only my generations, it's also the students that
Who
have
came
this.
after.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then this is very good because also including generations like mine.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was able to contact you, and we started talking about it. And
so this is called the science camp, by the way.
Science camp, yes, and it's good. It's one of the reasons why I was very interested to come over, because people can say anything, but if you go everywhere where there has been one single sighting, you could choose Brazil. It happened 50 years ago. What are you gonna do that? You get me? So that's it. But anyway, and can you describe the first time you personally witnessed the mysterious lights in Hessdalen, if it happened?
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
I have never seen it.
Okay, you've never seen
and people are kind of wondering, like, but why are you interested in this? Maybe we'll come back to that, but the thing is that I don't think you have to see it yourself to kind of follow the interest of what this is.
Of course.
I have talked to so many local people here. Of course, what got me into the organization is Erling.
Okay.
See? So when I got to talk to him, it's like you cannot not believe him. He's a good guy. He's a trustworthy guy. But he doesn't live here. He was so lucky that the first time he came up here in '83,
and he sold them.
First day, he just put up the camp, the tent and everything, and got ready. And 1 hour or 2 hours after they were ready, waiting, it appeared. So for him it was amazing. But now that I have talked to him so much and been here a couple of times, talked to so many locals, there's no question, there's something here.
Yeah, what to me feels exactly the same, and it feels right in my mind. I am someone that can be suspicious. I can get suspicious, and that fall very fast, as I'm from Rome. So, but there's definitely something here.
But to me, it's kind of the point that you don't have to have seen.
Of course, otherwise it would be like you're gonna wait forever just to get into something, perhaps. So I agree. And taking into account that you have a lot of equipment, not a lot, but you have quite enough. You do a similar job, like on internet, you're able to put cameras and stuff and observe. So at the end of the day, I think that in life, the main thing is we are observers of something. We don't know what it is, because we don't know what life is at the end of the day.
And when you're talking about cameras, my goal is to have the undeniable photo or the undeniable video.
Yes.
It doesn't help with just some dots on the sky moving around, whatever. You want to have that picture or that video. And it's not taken by a human being standing there like getting it. It's
you
by
cannot manipulate it, even if you wanted to.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah.
Because you can prove this, that you're not doing this like many does. I won't name them for copyright and stuff. But there's people who ask me $10,000 to get there and witness CE5 content. But are you sure something is happening there? Once I pay you, then you have all the reasons to let it happen.
Yeah. And this automated this anomaly detection system has been here for first 25 years. And then last year we upgraded the cameras to much better quality.
That is cool.
But when it was first started in 1998, 1 year after, we have this amazing video that you can see. And we have lots of nice pictures and videos over the years, but after 1 year, that was the amazing one. So now we've been operating for 1 year. We're just waiting for that undeniable video.
That is amazing, and I wish you the best in this, and I will be part of it. Thanks for letting me in, and it's just besides, the Scandinavian people are always very, very kind and welcoming, so this has been also a good factor to me to stay here. No, thank you, I would say. But anyway, over the years, since as we said, you got equipment and you want the undeniable proof, and proof, especially because I guess nobody can say and blame you for lying, for making money out of something.
The pictures we take and the videos we have We don't put the videos online because it's too much data, but that's the goal. But the pictures
you keep it private. You keep it private to the project, and
all the pictures is next day transferred and open to everyone.
Okay. So it's just that you keep the too much data, like you have to work on it or discuss it, and then
it's just the internet has not been that good. So now that it's upgraded, maybe we can transfer. But we have every camera is 45 gigabyte every day. So we have 2 cameras, and that's 90 gigabyte every day.
Okay.
So you can count the terabytes.
Well, that's a lot of space and heavy. Anyway, have you over these years we mentioned, or over any given period, you noticed any patterns, or in when or how the lights appear, or they have some attitude? I heard that they seem intelligent, or have you noticed some pattern or something that could lead to think that they're intelligent or anything?
This is up to interpretation and very hard to determine. What we have done, because if you look at the videos and pictures that we have terabytes of data from the old system. Now we have terabytes of data of the new system, and we have been looking to see if there's any UFOs in them. We haven't found any for that 1 year.
Not yet.
I think that definitely the one you see in 1999, in December 99, is, you can classify as a UFO in a way. It's definitely a flying object.
Still, UFO doesn't mean
it doesn't
unexplained.
No. Well, it's for now that is unexplained. We don't know what it is.
Because maybe someone could think, UFO, and they think about aliens they see on the movies. UFO means unexplained phenomena. That's it. Flying object.
Definitely. But we also have more than just the kind of recordings. Is that we have a lot of witness reports, and there are like many hundreds listed. So what Erling has done is that he's put this on a page for every year. So every year you see these are the sightings.
Okay.
And I just put them all together into one document. So if people want, they can just refer your AI. Here's the document, and I'd like to have some questions. What colors have people seen? What movement have people seen?
Oh yeah, you summarize.
You can get the AI to give you that.
That's massive. I use AI this way too. To start, and that's how I discovered that it's full of BS around. It's good because as long as you use it for yourself, then AI can help you. So this is good. So this is up to interpretations, as you would say. But some researchers says they describe the lights as plasma or natural phenomena. Even the orb we saw the day before yesterday, it was violet and pulsing. And
in this case, it's actually the Italians that say it's plasma. We have had a number of times Italian researchers up here with proper camera, with a spectrogram, so that they can see what this is. And so you can go and look at peer-reviewed reports, and they say some of this is plasma.
And what do they mean by that? But who are the Italians?
There's a whole list of them. One of them is Massimo Teodorani.
Oh, okay.
But there's been a group of Italians up here, and you can go to the old.
I know a few of them, and I don't get along. But I'm not talking about them. I don't know, but I have seen something of the document. I can understand the language, and I don't know at what level they could be. It's not up to me.
And the spectrogram is telling them that some of these objects are plasma. But this is only. I think there are many kinds of lights or crafts. So if you can see one, and that is plasma, it doesn't mean that the other one is that.
But no, that actually is. It could be also if you see two humans, that one is female, one is male, or whatever, you get me?
Yeah,
It could be
yeah.
something like that. Anyway, so while others suggest something more extraordinary than a natural phenomena, and at the end of this last two questions and your answer, what is your personal perspective in a few words about this, and what you want to say to UFO people that love this topic? What would you say?
Oh, there's
What's your
so
personal
many things. Well,
perspective?
first of all, if you ask me what this is, I think it is a natural phenomenon. I think that is also in this valley. I think there are craft, because it has been reported. If you see something that is like metallic looking with landing gear on, so we have stories like that too.
Okay.
So I think it is not just one thing.
Okay.
So, but most important, it is something. In the first report in '84, the conclusion was just like, you can observe it, you can measure it, there's definitely something. And we're still there. We know it's something, but now we have better equipment, we don't have enough equipment, we have camera running 24/7 in the blue box. But it's only like two cameras, like one in this direction, one in that direction.
Okay.
And just this week, we had the reporting about something. It's like if you hold your finger out like that and you see the size of the nail.
Okay.
This is kind of like what was reported. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. This was like a cloud circle like that, and inside was a square.
Oh,
that's weird. Okay, and more than that was actually this was moving down like that slowly.
Okay.
And then it actually emitted some another smoke circle that turned out to be like a ring. And so this was hanging. When this was continuing, suddenly this ring was there growing. We didn't catch it on the camera because we don't have enough camera. It was higher up in the valley than where the camera is. I need more cameras.
Yes. And
But I think that it's once again a trustworthy guy telling this just this week. So there is something, and kind of that has been the point about Hessdalen all the time. If you want to study UFOs, why not just go to the place where the UFOs are?
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. And even though we don't know what it is, but we want to do the science behind it.
Yes.
And we had another report.
At least you have seen the place.
Yeah, and you have talked to us, and you see that we look at stuff, and then no.
And
Most of it is
important.
no.
I'm kind of the same, but I'm not at the level of your knowledge and tech, science, and all that, because I didn't study much. I've done hotels and chef's jobs, but I did study enough to get at work. It's just that for me.
But also listen, we are still amateurs, so the most important thing that we do now is to collect data. And we're trying to hold back our analysis of the data.
Eventually something will come up.
Yes,
somehow.
But the point is that we want to give this data public, so anyone can look at it. So if there are some experts out there on some field or another field, they can say, this is that satellite, this is this kind of a natural phenomenon,
give an
and
answer.
they help us with that. We are just providing the data. But of course, when we are here, we also discuss. Because that's what I think is important. That
And other people's experiences, of course.
yes, and you do know there is something. And if you open that little door, there's something, you can have a very interesting discussion.
Of course. And what I can tell you is that I told our friend today is that the orange orbs one time appeared in the square where I grew up, in Monte Mario, Roma, and he appeared and he came violently in the square. He didn't do any damage. It was just an orange orb, a ball. He came and then he just gone. My best friend, he was there, I believe him, because he's not into ETs, he doesn't really care, but he told me, I saw something and 100%, and I asked him like years after, and he said, yes, Steve, remember, and it happened, and there was a man
Mm-hmm.
around your age with a dog, and he said, "Did you see it, guys?" You know, so he wasn't the only witness. You get me? So this happens also perhaps in other parts of the world, but perhaps it gets bored or whatever. This ridiculed, or I don't know. Anyway, this is just interesting, and yeah, that's. We're just gonna keep digging and discard what is useless, what we think, what you guys think. I don't know. No, it's just the most honest way, the most fair enough way.
We think a lot, but we focus on the science and then we discuss. But it doesn't mean that that discussion is not limited. So all kind of theories that you have or hypotheses that you have are welcome, but the first thing is we have to get the data. We really have to get the data with more quality. That's what, and this is the place where it does show up.
Okay,
so
this is correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something before we go to the next question.
Yes.
The thing is, I do the same because I am very. It's not that I am afraid, but everyone hates be ridiculed. You know, if I do something, it's like, okay, you've been to university or whatever. I haven't. I've done another thing in my life. I learned English while working in English restaurants. So whatever happens, you know, in life, anybody has a different experience. But what I promised to people, I became an interviewer because I want to. What I promised also to some flat earthers, and I said, I promise you that I won't judge. I'm not the judge of the world. I promise you that I will listen, and I promise you that if you allow me, it will go online. But don't expect, I'm not talking to you specifically, but this is what I said to the last one. I felt like this thing doesn't add up to me. Don't expect that from tomorrow on I will start the propaganda about the earth is flat. So that I let you have your audience, your attention, your money. That's not what I'm looking for. You get me? And, most of the times I would spend money to get here. It's not about losing money. It's about I go for holidays. What I'm gonna do? This.
And this is a non-profit organization.
And I didn't pay to come here. I just paid for the travel. And thank you for that.
And I think that some of the members probably pay more than their wives wants to know.
Of course, yes, I know.
So this
is pretty.
In no way is this a way for us to earn money. We made sure that it's not a way to earn money, and every money that is kind of given to us goes to instruments, to new cameras.
Of course. So well, it's
and like this event here, it's like we're not earning on the event. We're trying to make that non-profit even, like go even. So we're just trying to get enough for like if we invite for.
Of course, if you need something, you might say, "I need this equipment." Somebody wants to donate.
We rented the room, so we made sure that we have enough money to rent for the room for that event, and it's those people that join that event that pays for that. That is not part of the organization. So it's not like you pay a lot to join, and then we use that money for anything because we just pay for renting the room. So, but everything else that is donated is for equipment.
Actually, I can confirm that I am a member since a few months. I never paid a penny.
Yeah.
You know. So and also I have a free room casually. But maybe you paid or some friends paid. I don't know. But this is something I want to underline for my public. I don't know if they're interested in it, but this is true. I can confirm. And I am somebody that to say this is true is very hard for me. Like you need to do it for real if you want me to say this is true. Otherwise, I just wouldn't say it. It's not my problem. I don't know. Would be my reaction otherwise. You know. Anyway, yesterday we spoke a little bit about this, and I remember when we were going to the camp. How have the people of Hessdalen reacted to living with such unusual events in the valley?
And this is
you have some main thoughts.
Well, I've only been involved in Project Hessdalen for 2.5, 3 years.
Okay.
Since the spring of 2023.
Okay. So post-COVID.
Yes.
It's post-COVID pandemic.
Yes. That's the time when I got involved.
Okay.
But so I've been here a couple of times, a number of times now, 5 times probably.
Okay.
But what I do know is that in the beginning,
Okay.
this was exciting because there were so many sightings,
Okay.
like 20, 30 every week.
Okay.
And all the news were like, what is going on, and a good focus. And then we even had a visit by Heineck,
Okay.
famous guy.
Henrik.
Heineck, it's
Heineck.
J.L. Heineck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm South European, so my
Oh,
pronunciation goes.
okay. So
My
the
bad.
one leading the Project Blue Book in the States for decades.
Oh, Project Blue Book.
Yeah, he was here. So he's kind of the most famous UFO
Yes,
researcher.
I have seen that.
Yeah, and he came here and he said, "This is the best UFO lab in the world."
I think the same thing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I cannot compare myself to him because I don't want to. But I think they're exactly the same.
When he was here, and then people were enthusiastic, and then even the media was enthusiastic, and then some years after they started thinking maybe there's a lot of drinking, and maybe this, and then they started questioning, and
people
then
are very
the media was
that kind of people, especially they mount things, you know.
Yeah, the media started putting negative words on it, so
they
the people
feel
they really feel ridiculed. They really didn't like it, so they stopped talking. Okay, and that's when Erling then in 93 realized that it's still happening. It's just not, people are not talking about it. So you have like a decade after Heineck that people said like, we don't want to talk about it because they're only laughing at us. But now you have 40 years.
Okay.
And people now,
also
they
the
still
farmers you mentioned yesterday, though they stopped talking about it because they say I'm a farmer. When I say something, I have really seen that people start laughing at me as if I'm dumb.
But now after 30, 40 years, they're kind of done with that.
Fair.
They're done with that. So now it's just a phenomena, and everybody here knows there's something happening in Hessdalen. So if you talk to people, they're like, either they have never seen it, so they are kind of, I don't know, I've never seen it, I don't know. Or so many are like, yeah, I've seen it, like 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or my sister have seen it, my father have seen it. So it's like you meet people and it's like 50-50 if they have seen it or not. But they don't care anymore. It's just a phenomenon.
Yes.
Okay. So we're done with the ridicule. It's here.
That's it. You can choose to work on it, to observe, and at the end of the day, it's what we do in life. So you, I guess, based on your answers, but I would ask you anyway, you have experienced something here that you would describe as truly unexplainable, beyond science, on cameras or whatever, or somebody very close to you, I mean, someone you can trust, of course, someone you really think that is true, you know?
I have talked to people that had experiences. I have no experience, I have not seen anything, but I have talked to people that have amazing stories. Even the bus driver telling that he's driving up here.
Okay.
And the moment, actually when he stops right outside of this cabin.
Okay.
And he sees on the sky like 100-meter big cigar.
Oh.
And then he's like, his watch stopped working.
Oh my God, I heard this several times though, the things stop working or go on and on.
So there are so many, you can find one story after another story, and you can I've talked to so many of these people. So when something that changed you, it changed them. Because you can't unsee this. It's like the guy that came earlier today, you know it, 89 years old.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the guy who was here
before,
yeah, and he took us on a trip to show his cabin and stuff like that.
And he's from here?
He's from here,
okay.
Yeah. And the first time he saw it, it's a long story, but there were like, at the end, there were like 3 lights, and one of them went up and hovered a little bit,
Okay.
and then it came over their head, and he could see it's a craft. That's what he saw. It's metallic. The light came from the front,
object.
like a car,
Okay.
and it had even windows on the side. And he, some years later, he saw the same shape,
Okay.
and it was just near his farm, and it was 50 meters away from him and his son. And he saw
him.
He saw
him well,
landing,
right? You know this guy
there.
very well.
I've
Pretty
talked to
well.
him so many ways.
Yeah.
He's a very trusted, and you can go through all the people here.
Yeah, and also
They're just
I could see it was, if
farmers,
it's from here,
bus
most
driver.
likely. Yeah, it's I don't know what it does, but it looks to me it was some farmer guy maybe. Or bus driver, like, just a normal person.
Just a normal person.
And at that age, why would you waste time saying something? I don't think it's on the internet and stuff. It's,
No.
So I can see that it seems to me someone would just say something and he says it. That's it. So yeah, it looks to me, I agree with you.
So I normally say that I don't think there's any conspiracy theories in Hessdalen.
No.
That's my kind of like. If you think, what do you think that CIA or DOD is running around making us see something? I don't think anything like that exists in Hessdalen.
No, I think I agree with that, and no, that's definitely not a place for space of conspiracies. No, and I am past that. I mean, some conspiracies are very real, I can say, because I'm from Rome and I heard and seen something.
Well, that could be, but I don't think it's here.
But it's not about aliens in my vision. It's not about ETs. It's more about greed and sex and money and power. So at that point, people cannot say face-to-face things, and they do things on behind. The conspiracy comes up. But this is not
here.
Good. This is very good, and many visitors report emotional or even spiritual feelings when they see the lights. Do you believe this phenomenon could affect possibly human consciousness somehow?
Oh yeah, I mean, we have some stories.
Okay.
There's a guy that later on he's been writing a book about the phenomenon because it really affected him. And
he affected him in a bad way?
No, well, he didn't feel comfortable. He felt something was behind him, and it looks over his shoulder. This is just up here. Disturbing,
but not dangerous, I would say.
In between. When he just like, what is going on?
Yes.
When he looks behind his shoulder, he sees actually almost like a big UFO appearing.
Oh my day.
So it's like showing up. And that's why he later on, he calls it the portal. It's like coming out of the portal. But he's also saying, and you can read about this on the page, on the observations.
Yeah,
it's written down there.
Very often.
Yeah. He's telling that he felt like there was some kind of a message coming to him. So it more than affected his mind, it was a message given to him.
Okay.
So
yes.
So there are a few cases like that. I read about one where they actually saw something kind of going over the field. Okay. And they were ready. I want to get my phone and to take a picture. And then they had a message in their head, or like a voice in their head. No, don't do that.
Oh,
so they were
as if these entities don't want that.
Yes.
And this is what comes up from many theories. When you read that, I can.
So
maybe
way. You are thinking about like, do you have some other kind of experience or whatever? But it's pretty concrete like that. I guess there are many other people that have been up here, but I don't know those stories.
Okay, and still you base yourself, we keep underlining, and that you base yourself on data and evidence as much as you can.
And
I mean, you believe.
I still want to listen to all the stories.
Of course,
because if people are telling me that I was down there by the lake and then this and that happened, then I can put the camera there. See? If they were saying that it was like an orb or something like that, then I can have an automated system that is looking for orbs. I can follow this shape. My computer can trigger on this shape. If they say it was like a triangular thing, or if they say it was this color and that color, I can make the computer trigger when there's something like that.
Okay. And that's
So I listen to all the stories because I have to go where they are telling me this happened there.
Yeah, we share this thought because, as I said at the start, I always listen because you respect people, you listen, you don't just promise anything because I base myself on evidence. I give you an example. When you get arrested, no? If someone get arrested, not you, someone get arrested, what does a judge base himself on the accusation? On evidence. You know, if there's no evidence, then you'll be free. And it's more or less the same because I need to know. As Osho would say, he died now, but I believe in what I know. If I know, I know. If I believe, I just believe. So I don't know. You know, and as Socrates has said 1,000 years ago, he said, I know one thing, that I still don't know anything. And this is true.
But it's like if you have seen something here, if you are Jon Arvid, if you're Anfinn, if you're Leif, if you're Erling, you know because you have seen it.
Yes, because you're at that point because you experienced it,
but you haven't seen it.
Me personally.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like if I haven't seen it, but if my mother have seen it, if my brother have seen it,
and if my best friend did, and I believe him,
then you start to think like,
because I know him would never lie about this. He's not in treaties. So
and in here, it's like the people here. I get to know them more and more. It's not my brother or my sister, but I don't have a brother. but it's when you get to know people more and more. It's very hard to say we are just lying. And in particular in a place like that, they have nothing to gain.
You just take the data and keep your word.
Yes.
That's you're in between believing and not believing because you need to be very strong in what you bring on the table.
But when you have enough witness reports and enough people you're talking to, personally,
you have a strong indication.
You have, But it's like for me, it's like there's no point in kind of question this anymore. I believe there's a phenomenon.
No. It's I agree about that. I understand.
But 100%. I still want to have it on the sensors and on the camera. That's the goal, to get the data. Because whatever you say, if it's secondhand, then it's still secondhand. And I am not convinced 100%. It's 99.9%.
Perhaps it's 99.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
So I want it on the camera as the undeniable picture and video.
That's good. It's a good goal because it makes you, in my vision, in a top level of this kind of research. Because in the whole world we're interested in it, but in the whole world, everywhere there's somebody interested in knowing what's behind, what's beyond.
There are many places in the world where they actually do good research.
Yes.
And Ukraine is one place.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's why they're getting bombarded. Hopefully not for that reason.
There are other places too, and we are trying to connect. So for me, it's like one of the things that I want to do is to say that we have the lab here. Hessdalen is the lab. The place where we are trying out our equipment is the blue box.
Okay.
We're trying to make a mini blue box so we can put it all over the valley.
Okay.
We are trying to say that this is what we learn, this is how we do it. We are talking to other people all over the world.
Okay.
All over the world. In Australia, in New Jersey, and in Ireland, and Ukraine. And we want to share. So what we learn, and then now even the Ukrainians that have better equipment than we have some data loggers, and they have more experience over many years, and they're sending equipment up here so that we can test it out in this area. Okay. And then I want to make sure that if it works, what we learn, we will document it and try to make it available anywhere for as cheap as possible. Once again,
Probably.
we don't want to make this something that we earn money from. So if we can make a list of this is how you build it,
That's it.
do it. Yeah.
That's good. It's pretty fair enough.
Yeah.
That makes you.
And more important is that if you use it, like now we have this. Can you get me one, Kim? Can you get me one of those cameras over there? That 360 camera.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. It'll destroy your film a little bit, but
Yeah. No. That's completely fine.
you can edit it. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we always fear that you're out there and do you get it all? And I say you don't have ice in your neck, but with this one you have. You see everything. So what we have done now is that we made this fun, I call it, the field operation node.
Okay.
And people can come to this valley and borrow one
Oh.
for free.
That makes you a very honest person in this field, you know that.
I'll take a picture of your driver license, but that's it.
Oh, of course, you need to protect yourself. You gotta give it back.
Yeah, you're gonna give it back. But
of course.
what we want
Otherwise, when you're honest and you're good to people, then it's the moment where you could get caught in bad situations. So you do good in protecting yourself.
We already had some guests here that has used this for one night, and there's another couple coming tomorrow. They're gonna borrow it.
Okay.
So the thing is that we are here now for this week, and we put them out so we can see if anything happens. We have it on the camera.
I think I'm gonna come for many years. Trip.
But when people come here to visit, they borrow this, and then if we get it, all I want is the time lapse that they get over the night or over the day. That's it. So
and they can get the file as well.
They can get the file as well. Well, that's the thing. We want the time lapse and we put it out.
You're making a gift to them, basically.
Yeah.
So
we have already put out the time lapse that we have made. And the thing is that all the data, we try to put it on one place on the Google Disk. And I'm trying to make this open ADS, open anomaly detection system. So that we can store the data, and if anybody else anywhere in the world have equipment and they want to store the data and make it publicly available, we'll put it on the server.
That's amazing.
Then other scientists or private, like citizen science, can work on this.
That's good. Yeah. That's pretty good, and
that's all we
it doesn't happen that often. Especially in this field, because I have a sensation now. I'm gonna give a personal question very quick. I had the sensation based on what I have seen, and I've been in many places in North Europe. This is how my life developed. But so it's just a personal experience, and every opinion is overcharged of personal experiences, personal life experience. I have the sensation that North Europe and North of the States, so Canada and all that, as I don't know in east of the world, but I had this kind of sensation. I don't know if I'm wrong, that these sightings happen more often in Northish places. Is this correct?
That could be, but it could.
But we don't know. Is that what you're saying?
Well, my experience is that my feeling is that it happens where there are minerals. So mountainous mineral area.
Well, the earth is not being exploited by urban life.
Probably also a situation like we don't see much around the urban life, but I have. Last year we had one attending the conference that we had. And he's from Baltimore.
In the States?
Yes. And his first sighting was in the city. So
Baltimore.
that's what, in the city.
In what city?
Baltimore City. Yes. So they had this UFO group in the city, and still in the city you can get sightings. Erlingstrand, he actually saw something. Actually a UFO, because it's a very typical saucer. Before Hessdalen. in the city of Trondheim.
Oh,
So
100 kilometers from here, around
It's
100
2
miles.
hours driving.
2 hours driving. Okay. No, that's interesting, and it's very, very, very a topic I really want to go deeper and deeper. I want to dig deeper because I like mysterious stuff. That's the mystery of life. You know?
Of course, my initial interest in UFO was my grandfather, and he saw a UFO in 1947
Okay.
in our city. Once again, in the city.
So you're from Stavanger,
I'm
right?
from Stavanger.
Okay. So how many people live there? 100,000?
Yeah, 100. Well, at the time probably, now 130,000.
Okay. Yeah, of course, overpopulated. Anyway, how important do you think international collaboration, and I mean between international, like me and you, example, or the other guys,